Battle control initialized.
Hey people, 5aces here, and today we're gonna observe two players that have been on my casting list for a very long time. Introducing in the top left corner, spawning in as Russia, Unano, and his opponent, playing in Minions League I believe, spawning in as France, Orb. Now this is an interesting matchup, because both of these players have risen through the ranks quite rapidly, and Orb is someone who has quite helped shape the meta recently, because he was the one to popularize the V2/artillery rush. So it's basically an ancient build that boils down to you get your radar dome, your tier 2 out as fast as you can and forfeit a service depot or an early service depot in favor of doing that. And that was the meta like 2 years back, but the game has changed and shifted around massively ever since. And many people have tried making the radar rush work, but yeah. The only one who's been really successful was Orb, and so he's kind of not the inventor of tier 2 rushes, but kind of bringing them back into the meta, which is solid. Now we're playing on Green Belt. I was almost inclined to say keep off the grass, but that's not it. It's Green Belt is Warlord 2.0, where you have lots of open space and you basically have to resort to base pushing at some point. So we're gonna see how this pans out. And the Russians have already established a front line here around Oil Derrick. We're just waiting on the engineer. And that's a war factory rush for Orb. So one harvester, probably getting out a second harvester before going for a light vehicle, unless some kind of cheese. That's a ranger though, so I'm guessing he's just going for an engineer snipe, knowing that Unano is going for an early engineer anyway. Unano, by the way, someone who has played... I don't know how long he's been part of the community for, but he has recently signed up for Red Alert Global League, and I think now in one of the recruits divisions, but is a very formidable player. So, what? Double Ranger. Okay. One of them even sporting an engineer as far as I can tell, from the pip in here. Unless it's just a bug and it looks different on the road. Let's check. That's triple Ranger, what the hell? Okay, we're going for a bit of Ranger danger. That's quite some cheese plate. This is one ore truck, 4 Rangers. The hell? Don't tell me that's a 5th Ranger. Nope, finally going for some eco. You know, but 4 Rangers, that's 2k investment. Super slow early game gonna be had for Orb here, but the Ranger danger, quadruple Ranger, is going to inflict some havoc at least. Gonna stir up a ruckus here in the base of Unano. Already hear the rattling of the chain guns. And depending on how well this is microed, he might as well get away with most of them. I'm not expecting a flame tower to be queued up. Nope. Oops, sorry. That was a misclick on my part. Oh! An engineer being deployed. That's a bit close to the front lines. It's a bit risky. But he's gonna risk it for the biscuit. One of the Rangers going down. Engineer going down. Ah, okay. 2 Rangers and an engineer being sacrificed just to trade against Rifleman. So what he was trying to do, this is an old classic cheese build that I used to do in Season 1 and 2 of Red Alert Global League, and it was still in its infancy. The triple Ranger, triple cap, where you basically block all the production structures, as we can see with the War Factory now. There is an ore truck ready, but it can't deploy. Sorry. Here's the ore truck, it's ready, but it can't pass the Ranger because the Ranger is blocking the War Factory exit tile. Same for the refinery, but there has been a double ref or triple ref in for Unano, so this wasn't a major setback. Had it been executed properly, this would have worked, but as it stands here, we're just... Yeah, Unano is left with a fantastic position in terms of his eco. Oh, wow. Okay. So, on the back of this, Orb has macroed back up. He's on 5 ore trucks. He's on his bit later service depot, slightly delayed. Some pressure coming out from Unano. Honestly, if I were in Unano's shoes, he wouldn't have to go aggressive. He knows that the only thing that can be here is basic riflemen and stuff. So, not worth it trading infantry in there. He would rather be very, very well advised, just going for his early radar, early service depot, maybe even double tech, and go for an expansion advantage. Instead, he's kind of squandered it. So what he did there was sending an unprotected infantry army, and Rangers are basically an early warning system. They give you so much line of sight. that if your opponent is going for 4 rangers, just don't go for an unsupported infantry push. You might instead just want to expand, because double ranger or quadruple ranger has nothing on an MCV. Alright, finally sniping the engineer, I guess, after... No. Engineer gets away for now. Oh, they're on the chase. There we go, rat-a-tat-tat. And now, this is Orb being on cleanup duty. What he has to do now is crush all the 4 oil derricks, because he has neglected going for the oil derricks early. So we're seeing tank transition, but there's still at least 1 ranger around, which might come in handy. APC. Oh, that's a very bad single file formation here. Oh, that's just small little ducklings marching into their impending doom. This is not what Unano wants at this point. Oh! The retreat being blocked by the rifle infantry though, so the tank is being sacrificed. There is still 1 last ranger out for Orb. And so far, it's not been Orb just making the plays, it's rather been Unano playing into his hand. So a very weird game so far. Interesting cheese strategy, and now we're having the fight over the ore patch. Hasn't been scouted on Unano's side. Orb, on the other hand, is all the wiser here. He knows what's up, and he knows he doesn't want to engage into this blob. Maybe just wants to flank the Conyard, go for a Conyard bust, and eco transfer coming in as well. Very good timing. Oh, a turret! Straight onto the Conyard. So Unano, right now, he needs walls and the Tesla coil. That's the only thing that can save him here. You know, the line of sight being provided by the Ranger is still very valuable. So Rangers, their direct utility is not in combat. It's rather the line of sight that they provide. Oh, that's a collapse, but I don't know. This is too much for... Oh, this is just too much. Orb can't push through here, I believe. Can he though? Wow. Okay, he's got the firepower left in the bank. Thanks to his thanks to his amazing infantry concave here. And sealing it off with a secondary MCV. That's his tertiary, actually. Tesla coil being deployed just in range of the turret, but that doesn't matter here. The base push is on for both sides. Alright. This match is starting to get juicy here. We have not seen raid attack out of any one of those players so far. But with the line of sight disadvantage for Unano, it's looking good for Orb. What an interesting turn of events here. Heavy tanks are not the right answer here. Not what the doctor ordered. Oh, the collapse from the infantry. Orb just had more mixed infantry, period. And the Tesla coil base push is not sustainable versus mass infantry. This is absolutely the wrong medicine here. At least get some nice value from sniping tanks. But hey. Orb is slowly pushing his way forward. Oh, the power down just at the worst possible time here. If he keeps focusing the power, then this is going to become a massive problem for Unano. The Soviets are always having massive power struggles, as opposed to the Allies whose pillboxes still fire. Oh, double Tesla coil power down. And that's gonna pose a massive problem for Unano. Let's see how he can recover from this. He's got an expansion out though. So yeah, Unano pulling back. The tanks are trying to move in. He's found it. He does have this in vision range. Oh, there's the snipe. Beautiful snipe by Orb. He's just found the right medicine here. Yeah, the Tesla coils just weren't super smart here. I don't like them. Not in this scenario anyway. They can trade very efficiently versus turrets if they're walled off, but they cannot trade efficiently versus infantry. And mixed infantry was 90% of the army of Orb. So yeah, there's that. Starting to re-establish himself here. But it's looking pretty bad for Unano, who has been pushed out of his main expansion. Now only has the secondary and needs to reinforce stat. All the oil derricks are being under pressure. And obviously there is an MCV as a follow-up plan here for Orb. The contingency plan, sorry. Apologies, I'm a bit rusty. The harvesters are free to roam here in those grasslands, but that's just snack food for the tanks. Okay, a bit of a ballsy refinery. Being placed right on top of 2 flame towers. Look at the damage that the flame towers are doing to buildings. This has been discovered recently. And up until recently, many people have just stated, nah, flame towers, they suck. They're just so bad. Ooh, we're having a double-pronged attack here. Is this the comeback for Unano? He's trying to push through, and there is lots of rocket infantry now. The rocket infantry is absolutely hot garbage in infantry versus infantry engagements, but the bunker seals the deal. Right, left-hand flank, what do we have here? Lots of pillboxes. Take an educated guess. Pillboxes are the meta. The pillbox meta is still going strong. Oh, lots of wounded tanks though. Can find a snipe on the way out. Come on, do it. Ah, gets it, gets it. Oh, the rifleman though. Having enough damage. That's a radar dome for Unano. Okay, so that's the comeback condition. If he can get a yak up, get some V2s out, and maybe just go for a... Very nice. Maybe just go for a snipe on the expansion here. Which, may I remind you, the expansion currently does not have any stationary functional defenses like one pillbox. That's not enough to hold it. Here's the radar dome for Orb as well though, and first artilleries come online. Now it all depends on who is going to go for the first air unit. Seems like Orb. Okay. Trying to attack into fortified position, and the AoE from the flame towers unfortunately being wasted on pillboxes. Sniping a harvester in return though. So let's do some math, shall we? We've got like, okay, so this is not a proper 4 harvester expansion. This is 2 harvesters mining essentially. Maybe 1.5 in. Now he's doing the eco slide. Okay, so we've got 2 mining harvesters here, 1 here, maybe 2 here, so it's like 5, and an eco transfer. What do we have here? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the eco is like probably even. But we need an Unano needs an immediate yak transition. Right now, right here, right now. He's going for the war factory. Okay, this might be a major snipe. No more artilleries can come in if the war factory goes down. Most of the infantry are being idle though. Oh, what are they doing? Right, okay, finally he's microing them. Should take down the war factory immediately. Yes, there we go. That's the snipe we wanted to see here. Line of sight from the hind is gone, so the artilleries can do work. And we're seeing a V2 transition, but no yak support so far as of yet. I would like to see at least 1 yak as a supporting unit. Ooh, the entire eco lines here are in peril. Okay, or maybe it's bitten off a bit more than he can chew here. We really need to see a yak transition. Is Unano producing a... He's not producing an airfield right now. That's just turrets. Straight up turrets. What the hell is going on here? Not a single... Oh, there's the pillbox. And a flank onto the harvesters. Oh, the base on the top right side has been cleaned up. So it's 1 base play for Unano. This is going to be dangerous. Ranger danger paying off in the end, it seems. Oh, that was a good V2. Holy shit, whether that was prediction or not, it was a 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10 play anyway. Amazing stuff. That's the good shit. That's what we like to see here. The war factory being rebuilt. But keep in mind, as long as there is a helipad and there is room for building more helicopters, you don't really need much ground support. Oh, there's a flank on the infantry. Let's hope there is a flame tower ready. Oh, the MCV has redeployed. It's out of range right now. So Unano pulling the goalies harvested. Finally, the first yak has come online. Oh, good V2 hits. Good blanket fire, but he's losing two of his refineries on the top-hand side. And now we need to see flak trucks as well. This is why Soviets are a bit harder to play than allies. You need to take so many things into account when playing the Soviets. You need flak trucks, because static D, the anti-air static D, just doesn't cut it. You also need V2s to snipe buildings from the allies, and this is like a 4-part composition. Ah, the yak goes down. Needlessly going down, unfortunately. Unlucky, boys. So this is time for long distance mining from Unano, isn't it? In it. Chinook! Orb, what's your plan here? What's cooking good looking? Okay, let's see. Maybe this is gonna be a Rocketeer Chinook. Rocket Soldier Chinook would be a good choice here. And there is just not enough fortification, not enough mass here. Oh, Unano's army being picked apart. He's calling it, he's calling quits. Yeah, where did it go wrong for him? He just delayed his airfield so much. He was on radar tech before Unano, but decided to opt out of a yak. And the yak would have given him the line of sight advantage that he needed. That was pretty much all there's to it. And then when the Hinds started appearing, he would have needed to transition into building a couple flag trucks as well. Yeah, when you're playing Soviets, it's like this 3-4 part composition. You need the V2s, they have a crucial role. You need the infantry, they fulfill a crucial role. You need the tanking power from like maybe either base defenses or heavy tanks. And you also need flag trucks to screen from Hinds. And that's where this composition kind of starts falling apart if you're missing one of the key components. That's exactly what was happening for Unano. Delaying his yak too much and not having line of sight. Anyway, that was a good showcase of cheese play and also of Allies versus Soviet matchups. How to play them and how not to play them, what crucial mistakes not to make. Really hilarious 4-ranger opener from Orb. I'm liking it. The thing is, it's pretty good versus mass infantry early on. As long as there are no light tanks or something mixed in, because a single light tank could have shredded for those bad boys. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time. 5 Aces out.
Battle control terminated.